You probably know the English words for dog and cat, but only 1% of learners can name the tricky animal at question 45. Think your vocabulary is at the genius level. Let's find out. 1. What is the correct English term for a baby dog? Puppy is the specific vocabulary word for a young dog. A cub is a young bear or lion. A calf is a young cow or elephant. And a foal is a young horse. 2. Which of these large felines is commonly referred to in English idioms as the king of the jungle? The lion is historically known as the king of the jungle in literature and folklore. Despite primarily living in savannas, tigers, leopards, and jaguars are other big cats, but do not hold this specific title. 3. What is the specific word for an adult female chicken that is kept for laying eggs? Hen refers to an adult female chicken. A rooster is an adult male chicken. A drake is a male duck. And a gander is a male goose. 4. Which of these birds is famous for its vibrant tail feathers that the male opens like a massive, colorful fan? The peacock, which is the male peafowl, is uniquely known for its elaborate tail feather display used in courtship. Flamingos are pink but lack this tail. Ostriches are large and flightless. And penguins live in cold climates. 5. What do we call the large, white bear species that is native to the Arctic Circle? Polar bear is the correct term for the white bear adapted to Arctic ice. Grizzly and brown bears are mostly found in forests and mountains, while sloth bears are native to the Indian subcontinent. 6. Which of the following is a massive land mammal characterized by its long, prehensile trunk? The elephant is the only animal listed that has a long trunk, which it uses for grasping, breathing, and drinking. Hippos have large jaws, rhinos have horns, and giraffes have famously long necks. 7. What is the name of the slow-moving reptile that is protected by a hard, bony shell on its back? A turtle is a reptile with a shell developed mainly from its ribs. While a snail also has a shell, it is a mollusk, not a reptile. Lizards and crocodiles are reptiles but do not have this type of shell. 8. Which Australian marsupial is famous for traveling by hopping on its powerful hind legs? The kangaroo is a large marsupial built for hopping. Koalas climb trees, wombats dig burrows, and platypuses swim. None of them use hopping as their primary mode of transportation. 9. What is the proper English term for a very young domestic cat? Kitten is the standard vocabulary word for a baby cat. Kit is often used for young ferrets or foxes, pup for dogs or seals, and cub for bears or big cats. 10. Which African equine is easily recognized by its distinctive black and white striped coat? The zebra is part of the horse family and is famous for its black and white stripes. Cheetahs have spots. Hyenas have varying spotted or striped patterns but are not equines. And lemurs are primates from Madagascar. 11. What collective noun is historically and correctly used to describe a group of wolves traveling together? A group of wolves is called a pack. Herd is typically used for grazing animals like cows or elephants, flock for birds or sheep, and swarm for insects like bees. 12. What is the specific vocabulary word for an adult male deer? A stag, or buck, is an adult male deer. A doe is a female deer. A fawn is a baby deer. And a mare is an adult female horse. 13. Which nocturnal bird is known for its large forward-facing eyes, silent flight, and characteristic hooting sound? Owls are specialized nocturnal birds of prey known for hooting. Eagles, hawks, and falcons are diurnal, meaning they are active during the day, and they typically screech or cry rather than hoot. 14. What is the name of the semi-aquatic marine mammal known for its playful behavior and inability to rotate its hind flippers forward? True seals are marine mammals that slide on their bellies on land. Walruses have large tusks, dolphins are fully aquatic cetaceans, and manatees are slow-moving herbivores known as sea cows. 15. What is the correct English term for an adult female horse? Mare is the correct term for an adult female horse. A stallion is an intact adult male, a gelding is a castrated male, and a foal is a young horse of either sex. 16. Which of these is an amphibian that begins its life cycle in the water breathing through gills as a tadpole? A frog is an amphibian that undergoes metamorphosis from a water-dwelling tadpole to a land-dwelling adult. Snakes, iguanas, and tortoises are all reptiles and hatch from eggs fully formed. 17. What large bird of prey serves as the national bird and emblem of the United States of America? The bald eagle has been the national emblem of the United States since 1782. Condors and vultures are scavengers, and the albatross is a seabird known for its massive wingspan. 18. What is the precise term for a young sheep under 1 year of age? A lamb is a young sheep, a kid is a young goat, a calf is a young cow, and a piglet is a young pig. Using the correct young animal term is a key part of intermediate English vocabulary. 19. Which of the following is the largest living primate species native to the tropical forests of Central Africa? The gorilla is the largest of the living primates. Chimpanzees are smaller and closely related to humans. Orangutans are found in Asia, and baboons are monkeys, not great apes. 20. What specific collective noun is used in English to refer to a family or social group of lions? A group of lions is exclusively called a pride. Troop is used for monkeys or apes. Clan is used for hyenas, and pod is used for whales or dolphins. 21. Moving to advanced vocabulary. What is the highly specialized term for a baby swan? Cygnet is the correct English term for a young swan. Gosling is for a baby goose, duckling for a baby duck, and squaw is the term used for a young pigeon. 22. Which unique Australian animal is classified as a monotreme, meaning it is a rare mammal that lays eggs instead of giving birth to live young? The platypus, along with the echidna, is a monotreme, meaning it lays eggs but still nurses its young with milk. Wallabies, wombats, and Tasmanian devils are all marsupials that give. Birth to live, undeveloped young. 23. What is the surprisingly dark collective noun used in the English language for a group of crows? A group of crows is poetically and officially called a murder. A group of ravens is sometimes called an unkindness. And a group of lemurs is a conspiracy. Mob is typically used for kangaroos. 24. What is the correct biological terminology used to identify a female fox? Vixen is the specific term for a female fox, so is used for female pigs or bears, cow for female cattle or elephants, and hind for a female red deer. 25. The orca is an apex predator of the ocean, but despite being colloquially called a killer whale, it actually belongs to which animal family? Biologically, the orca is the largest member of the oceanic dolphin family, Delphinidae. It is not a true whale, definitely not a fish like a shark, and distinct from porpoises and manatees. 26. What is the highly descriptive and colorful collective noun for a gathering of flamingos? A group of flamingos is wonderfully termed a flamboyance, matching their vibrant pink plumage. A group of flamingos standing still can also be called a stand. But flamboyance is the most recognized unique collective noun for them. 27. Which mammal native to the Americas is covered in leathery armor plates and can roll itself into a protective ball when threatened? The armadillo is native to the Americas and has a leathery armor shell. The pangolin also has scales and rolls into a ball, but it is native to Africa and Asia. Sloths and anteaters belong too. The same superorder but lack armor. 28. What do you call a male honeybee whose primary biological purpose is to mate with an unfertilized queen? A male bee is called a drone. They do not have stingers and do not gather nectar. Worker bees are all sterile females. There are no soldier bees in honeybee colonies. And there is no king bee. 29. Which small, flightless bird native to New Zealand has hair like feathers and uniquely places its nostrils at the very tip of its long beak to sniff at insects? The kiwi is a unique New Zealand bird with nostrils at the end of its beak. Emus and cassowaries are massive flightless birds from Australia. And the kakapo is a flightless parrot from New Zealand, but it lacks the long, sniffing beak. 30. Fittingly for a channel named Quizzing Owl, what is the official collective noun for a group of owls? A group of owls is called a parliament. This originates from C.S. Lewis's children's book series The Chronicles of Narnia, but has since been widely adopted into the English lexicon as the standard collective noun.